A common question or concern that I get a lot in the comment section of my videos or from my clients is the concern of, when I'm trying to manifest something, what if I have emotions coming up about my current circumstances? For example, let's say I want to manifest perfect health for myself, but I have emotions attached to the fact that I am unhealthy, or I hate how I look. Or let's say somebody really highly dislikes how they look and it triggers them to look in the mirror and they feel upset every time they look in the mirror. And people wonder, can I manifest my dream body if every time I look in the mirror, I'm pissed off at the circumstance? Let's say you're trying to attract abundance into your life, but every time you look at your bank account, you're triggered. You feel emotional about it. You feel stressed out. There are feelings, there are emotions, and these emotions are coming up for a reason. So the very quick answer before I dive into it even deeper in this video is that no, we don't need to shun our emotions. We don't need to ignore our emotions. We don't need to ignore our circumstances, as a lot of people say, because the truth is our circumstances are gonna happen in our reality. They're most likely going to trigger us. You shouldn't reject them. You shouldn't avoid them, and you shouldn't have to ignore them. Now, this doesn't mean stay stuck in them, okay? There's a very fine line that I'm gonna dive into, but we need to understand this one fundamental thing, and that is that our emotions are here to teach us, to help us grow, and to help us reach our desires even faster. If we avoid our emotions, we're going to prolong and delay our desires coming into reality. They're here to teach us. They're here to show us a wound that we have and a blockage that we have from receiving the manifestation that we're asking for. Emotions are what make us aware of the very things that are blocking us from manifesting. So no, we don't need to ignore the 3D. We need to learn from it. In this video, I'm gonna share with you how we can do that. Hey fam, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rojosa, and if this is the first time that you're seeing my face, then welcome. It's so nice to have you here on the channel. I believe that we were all created to create the best world possible, and that starts with creating the best world possible for ourselves, so that way we have that full cup energy to give to the people around us and to the world. If you're interested on topics on spirituality, manifestation, self-development, then this channel is going to be your best friend. So you might as well subscribe right now, leave this video a like, and leave me a comment. Share with me your thoughts. I always love reading the beautiful comments from you guys. Now let's talk emotions, feelings, and how it relates to manifestation. We were placed on this earth with the consciousness that we have, as well as the ability to feel emotions. And this is not for no reason, right? We didn't just randomly plop into this earth and our emotions are just a random part of the equation. No. Hold on, let me just fix my microphone, make it a little bit more centered for you guys. Listen, it may look weird, but I think it's what we're gonna go for right now. Our emotions are actually a gift. Our emotions are not to be shamed, or they're not to be shunned, they're not to be ignored, they're not to be avoided, which we tend to want to do, especially because, I mean, the number one reason why we would want to do this is because it's painful. A lot of times, emotions bring up pain. So instead of feeling, instead of going into the emotion, we would rather run away, we would rather hide, we'd rather distract ourselves, we'd rather do absolutely anything else than feel our emotions. But the paradox is, the faster you can feel your emotions, the faster you can begin to heal whatever that emotion is and clear it from your slate, create a new foundation for yourself, and manifest things quicker because there is no underlying residue of blockages and subconscious limitations stopping your manifestation from coming in. But like I was saying, emotions are a gift, because to feel anything is to be alive. It is our very feeling nature that makes us alive. Whether it's pain, whether it's joy, any emotion, if we can feel, that means we're alive. If we shut off our emotions, if we shut off our negative emotions because we don't want to feel pain, what we're doing is we're also shutting off our positive emotions because we need that duality. Our emotions are here to guide us, they're here to teach us. Emotions are our greatest teachers in life, and there would be no growth without it. What's interesting as well is, I would say for most people, the majority of our emotions come up to the surface when we're dealing with other people, right? It's not just circumstances that rile up our emotions, but it's the presence of other people, the way that other people treat us, the way that a specific person does or doesn't do the thing that you desire them to do. It is our relationships that cause and rile up the most emotions within us. And this is because other people are direct mirrors, especially the people that are closest to us, that we feel closest to and we feel the strongest connections with. And we're meant to be triggered. We're meant to be triggered by other people, not because the universe is out to get us, not because we're unworthy, we're incapable, and we have so much work to do. I mean, we do have work to do, but it's because our soul came onto this earth for this process of growth. And the only way that we can be triggered for growth is if we get triggered with pain. But the only way we actually grow from that pain is if we lean into it. We go into it and we feel it and we ask ourselves from that state, what is this here to teach me? How can I respond differently than I have in the past? In order to change our story, to shift ourselves out of that negative state, as soon as we see something triggering in our external world, if we want to change that story, we don't want to run from the emotion. We want to go into it and we want to ask ourselves, how can I choose differently this time? How can I react differently? What is this bringing up for me? What stories am I telling myself around this person, around this situation, around this event that's happening? What am I making this mean about myself? And instead of ignoring that and completely bypassing it and just affirming for what you want to manifest, like instead of saying, oh my God, I just got my heart broken by this person, but that's not true. He didn't just cheat on me because actually he's in love with me. And that was that's a little bit of delulu that I can't stand for. Okay. And trust me, I love being delulu about certain things. But the truth is that manifestation is an internal job. It is changing yourself internally. It's changing the way you view the circumstance. It's changing the way that you view yourself. And then the external world will change. That doesn't necessarily mean that that person is going to do exactly what it is that you want them to do, but it means that the meaning has now changed around the situation, and whatever it is that you desire will come, whether it's with that person or somebody else. But that cannot be our focus. Now, if something is triggering you, something happens, let's say a situation like you did get cheated on, or somebody did betray you, or something unfavorable is happening in your reality, emotions are going to come up. I would advise that instead of running from those emotions, instead of denying the reality, saying, no, this isn't happening, this isn't true, and invalidating yourself and your own experiences and your own emotions, instead, go into it first, feel it, accept it, and say, okay, this is happening. These are my circumstances right now. I can't deny that this is in front of my face. This is expressing itself in my world. I'm not just gonna ignore my circumstances, because if I ignore it, then I'm just putting a band-aid. I'm not actually changing myself on that root level. I'm not actually changing what I'm going to attract in the future, because now subconsciously I'm going to be carrying this story that is now unhealed and adds on to the baggage that I already had. So what you want to do is you want to accept, and you want to say in this moment that I am now choosing the meaning that I give to this event. You choose how you're going to react differently this time than you did last time. This is how we heal cycles. This is how we call in the life that you truly, big picture, want and desire. You ask for the best possible relationship possible. So of course this person had to sabotage it, cheat on you, show you some reflection of a belief that you're carrying, because if you want the love of your life, then this person's gotta go. We don't see the correlation. We don't see what the universe is doing behind the scenes to bring us to where we need to be. But we need to trust that once we place our order, we place what we desire out there, the circumstances, the 3D world is going to reflect back to us perhaps something undesirable. But that is only to give us an opportunity. We need to view it as an opportunity. That's where the meaning we ascribe to things comes in. Are we giving this the meaning that our life is a mess, that nothing works out for me, that of course this reaffirms my belief before that I'm unworthy, that this and that? Or are we choosing to say, wow, this belief is still dominant within me? How can I now change my story so that for the future I attract better for myself? It's a choice that we make to trust the universe, to trust the creator, to know that my circumstances are temporary. Everything is temporary. I'm not forcing the outcome to change, meaning if someone cheated on me, I'm not forcing myself to believe that they didn't do that, that they didn't cheat on me. there is a potential for danger zone with that mentality. So I'm not forcing the situation to change, but what I am doing is knowing my truth, which is the reality that I deserve, and putting my focus on the reality that I deserve. Okay, this happened to me in this situation, but I'm not going to repeat this pattern. I'm just throwing out an example out here on this example, but you can apply this to anything of the 3D world triggering you, you can apply this to. So I know what I deserve. And if the 3D world is not reflecting that, why would I let that affect me? I will choose instead of focusing and ruminating over and over and over again about what has happened that I don't like, I feel it, I process it, but then I decide to put my focus in what I'm creating instead. And that is what shifts the timeline, is that decision in that moment to not try so hard to change a circumstance that doesn't serve you. It's important that we are staying true to our soul, to our higher self, to our mission, why we came into this earth, and not get caught up in focusing on that desperate energy, the needy energy of trying to get somebody else to conform, trying to get certain circumstances to conform that are a waste of our energy and attention. Where can your energy be better spent? Whatever you focus on grows. So choose your focus wisely. Why settle, right? Focus instead on creating your perfect partner in your mind. Focus on what you do want in a partner, what you are calling in. Keep your focus on the life that you're creating, the business that you want to start, the financial milestones you want to reach, the happiness that you want to feel. Keep your focus there. Feel that feeling as much as possible. And know that if something's triggering you in your external world, it's important to find that balance where we're feeling what we need to feel and then transmuting it, then shifting our focus to what we're calling in. So that is all for me in this video. I really hope that you got value out of it. If you did, please leave it a like, leave a comment down below, letting me know what's the most valuable thing you got from this video. Hit that subscribe button for new videos weekly, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys, love you.